I see, that's really quite clever, isn't it? Really quite clever.
We are back. Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Oh, here, let me turn on this light. It's a little bit dark. There we go. Welcome into the stream. Hopefully folks are doing well today. This first stream back after a while. Let me get that music set up at a good level. Just a second here. I can't focus if it's too loud. Alright. Hopefully people are good today. Should be a fairly chill stream. I mean, I feel like all of my streams are fairly chill. But we're just gonna ink some dice. I got some Patreon D20s that I really need to get done. And then I did write down some notes about the past month of videos. But, I mean, if people want to chat about that or have questions about it, let me know. Like, I would be happy to answer questions. But while we're mulling over that, let's take a look at what we're going to be inking today. I've got 2 different sets of D20s. I'm a ways behind on the Patreon D20s just because all of the Artgist videos took so much time. I've got these obviously made and polished, and I just need inked now. I have some that are made. We're going to sand those on stream together next week. That's the plan anyways. And then I'm figuring the stream after that, we're going to pour a bunch of D20s. But for today, we're just getting things inked. I believe this is February and March. That's how far behind I am. That I need to get all inked. I've got these ones for February. Oh, here, let me zoom in a little bit here. Have it on the manual focus. We've got February's slightly gory dice with little hearts in them. Little anatomical hearts. What says Romance and Valentine's Day? Like little shimmery anatomical hearts. I'm thinking maybe like a light blue or a light pink for those. I'm not 100% sure on the color. Could go like dark. Oh, let me get this focused. We could go like a dark blue or something too, but I'm thinking maybe just like a light blue. I feel like that would stand out really nice. Could do like a pink. Could do like a light pink. Oh. I don't think I like that light pink very much. I'm leaning towards the blue. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards is the blue. Let me scoot that over. Hopefully I don't mess up the audio. Okay. This microphone's so touchy. But yeah, I'm thinking like a light blue for those. And then I've got these, and these are, you can see, like, they're kind of uneven. Some of them have more blue than others. Like, they're all kind of slightly different. So I was thinking I might ink them all slightly different. I pulled out a pink, a yellow, and a blue that I thought kind of matched the tones in there. I was thinking we could ink them in whatever color they have the least of. So like this one, I feel like it has the least yellow maybe. Or we could even do this one in pink possibly. It's got some yellow. It's got a little bit of yellow. But like this one for sure we'd do in blue. Probably these 2 we'd do in blue. This one we'd do in yellow because it's got the blue and the pink. This one maybe we could do in like the pink. Because I feel like it doesn't have as much of the pink. That's what I was thinking for that, is we'd do them all slightly different. I am open to color suggestions though, if people have thoughts and ideas on what I should do for those. I feel like I don't know which one I'm more sure about. Maybe I'm more sure about this one, so maybe we do that one first. I do also need to film this. Oh, I need to set up my camera. Since it's for one of the Patreon D20s, I want this thing to be like sideways. Because I do these in the vertical video format, because I've been doing these as shorts. So let me get that set up real quick. It's been a while since I've inked some dice too. I've been so busy with things. Oh my gosh, I need to find room in here for all of my cameras and things. Let's see how this looks. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Do you want to get these? Honestly, not a bad spot for both of the cameras. Although I might need to get you guys a little bit more in focus. Oh, come on. There we go. Focus for me. Alright. Let me show them off to this camera over here. Let me see if I can show off one of the hearts. Welcome to how I film videos. Alright. I don't need to like show up inking all of them, just one of them, and then we can focus on hanging out and not on actually filming inking these. But let's try the light blue. We'll see how the light blue looks. If we don't like it, we can always change it too. I do think that the light blue will stand out well though. I'm gonna make this a little bit closer. So I do have a lot of ideas for some resin videos coming up. It's, I mean, I did like 1 or 2 resin videos in the past, you know, month of videos. But it was mostly like a bunch of other art projects. And I'm kind of missing the resin videos a bit. I've also got like a big backlog of like stuff filmed, but not edited. Although the first video I'm going to work on is one that I don't actually have filmed. And that's because I have a whole idea for like a tutorial type thing I want to do. I've got all sorts of plans for videos. Actually, I think the first thing I'm going to do is going to work on another short of, you know, one of these Patreon D20s. Because I try to do one of those a month. I just show off, I've been just showing off like the D20 that I made a year ago for that month type thing. It's kind of the pattern that I'm doing. I think the light blue's nice. Here, let me move some stuff. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let me get a close-up shot or two. But I've got like not a spreadsheet necessarily, but a calendar. I've got a schedule that I've kind of set up for myself. I really had to set up a schedule when I was doing all of the Artist stuff. I can show you some of that. Just set that there. Oops. Was I on camera for this? Just a second. I had a bunch of iterations of a schedule that I set up for myself because like the first like 2 schedules that I wrote out, I was like, oh, I can't actually get this done in the time frame that I want to get it done in. And which turned out to be true. And I kind of knew that I was going to fall behind a little bit. I was really hoping that I wasn't. Like, if I was able to stick to the really strict schedule, I wouldn't have, but that strict schedule basically had it set up where I'd have 1 day to edit. Each video would have 1 day to get edited, which I am not fast at editing. I did have discovered that I can be faster if I am like locked in. But I tend to be pretty chill while I'm editing. I say that, but I did then like get the video that I posted today. Like, I got that finished today. I debated pulling an all-nighter last night to get it finished, and decided that that was a terrible idea. So, I got home today and got it done in, well, I had started on it, but I got it all finished editing in, you know, a span of 3 hours or so. But no, the video that I posted today, I got home, I finished editing it, I got a thumbnail made, and then I posted it. So, like, you guys got it as soon as it was ready. I do worry with the blue that might make the white appear a little bit more yellow, which is kind of unfortunate because resin tends to yellow over time anyways. No, you cannot have the water. Please don't please don't bump my microphone either. Come here, Luna. Come here, baby. So this is something that I've known for a while, and it's that, come here, what's some of that? Come here. There we go, sweetheart. Go ahead and lay down. When I start talking, Koshi goes running for the hills. She does not like to be around when I'm in here talking. She wants it to be quiet. And Luna, as soon as I start talking, she's just like, oh, are we hanging out? I must be in the middle of it. So, that's probably why Luna has been in a lot of the videos this past month, because she loves to chat. She loves to hang out and chat. She's a very chatty cat in general. She likes to go on her walks and talks, as we call them, where she leads us around the house and meows at us while we follow and talk at her. And she rubs against random things in the house. She's discolored the corners of, like, the doorways with her face, just from, like, rubbing her face against doorways so much. It's like, it used to be white, and it is not white anymore. It's like brown right along the corner. Here, I feel like I should, here, I'll show off the most important. There you go. You guys can have cat cam. I know you'd rather see her than my ugly mug. I'm trying to think if all of my cats made an appearance in at least one video this month. Luna obviously did. Koshi made an appearance in today's video. Oh yeah, I think that's nice. I think the light blue's good. I like the light blue. The light blue works out for this. We'll call that good. Alright. Some more to do. Koshi, oh, and also she was in the one where I was making a little, felted version of Koshi. Fitz was also in that one, because I had video footage of him playing with it. The only one I'm not sure of was not in any of the videos this month. Oh, yes, she was. She was in the very first video. Because my brother was threatening to send her up into the attic with me. Alright. We'll see how long of a stream I do today. I figured that if people show up and want to see stuff, you know, I've got all of my projects from the month of projects. So I can always pull things out to show off. I could show off the schedules that I made to try and get things done. If no one shows up, though, we'll probably just get the dice done and call it. I've had kind of a sore throat for like a month, and I think it's just like dry mouth. But it does mean that talking for hours is not the most comfortable, I'd imagine. Oh, it was pretty good today. Yeah, I like that. I like that light blue. This needs more though. So say live streaming is one of the things I kind of missed while I was doing all of the videos. But at the same time, I think I prefer doing the edited videos. I think live streams are fun for like hanging out and chatting with people, but I don't get a ton of engagement with live streams. The other thing I was thinking of doing with live streams was, I think Twitch opened up some of their like rules, so I could try multi-streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. I do think that also I should figure out some like, I don't know what you call it, some sprucing up of live streams, figure out some overlays, figure out like what's it called? Oh, what are those called? Not overlays. Is it overlays? The things that like pop up if like people donate and stuff. 'Cause I don't think I have any of those set up at the moment. I did when I was back on Twitch, but that was a long while ago. The thing is, of course, that like I prefer watching streams on YouTube as opposed to Twitch, but like Twitch is the place to find streams, whereas YouTube's more the place to find videos, and then sometimes the people that make the videos have live streams and you can watch them. It's kind of a different sort of vibe, I guess. But I could, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about trying to figure out multi-streaming. I don't know how well that would work or not. There's a lot of research I'll need to do there. One of the things that I learned over the course of this month, and it's possible you've already noticed this, or it's possible that you haven't, because I don't think anyone will, is that I don't like posting to social media. I find it very tedious to post to social media. So I'm just going to not post to social media anymore. The stuff that I might have tried to figure out for social media, I think I'll just like move it over to either posting pictures of things on my Discord or to Patreon. You know, here's what I'm working on behind the scenes type stuff. I think that makes sense. It's not like social media. Like I was having this conversation with some folks the other day. Is that like when I first started out back in like 2020 or whatever, it was kind of like social media was touted as being the way to like build an audience for your art. And now it's just like, well, I don't know that I get much engagement at all on social media. You know, I don't know if there's much of a point. I'd rather take the time and energy that could be spent posting to social media and make stuff for you guys here on YouTube or patrons or just interacting with people on my Discord, because that's like a more direct interaction, which is nice anyways. But there's a few things that I kind of learned this month. One of them was just that I don't like posting social media. Another is that I can edit faster than I thought I could. Especially if I am a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? If I have a slightly more laid back sort of vibe with the video. I did kind of discover that there's like two main like ways of setting up a video that I like editing the most. That makes it like the easiest for me to edit. And that is either just like filming, making something with tossing out the sound and then writing a script for a voiceover, talking about whatever it is that I was working on. And the other is figuring out kind of like a story going in or plan going in. And then, what's the word? Well, oh yeah, having like a plan for kind of the story that I want to tell going in, and then talking about things as I go. Like the first video I did with like taking pictures of the dolls in the attic was that way a little bit. One that was kind of that way was the luck one, where I rolled some dice and had an art project randomly chosen for me to work on. Because I figured out, it's like, oh, here's some ideas that would be kind of funny, and I could kind of see how I wanted to edit it before I filmed it. Parts of it. I obviously didn't know what I was going to be doing, but once I knew what I was going to be doing, I was like, oh, this could be a funny little moment. Gotta break out my acting skills on things. I do think that cutting out, or like not using social media, does kind of kill two birds with one stone a little bit. Because I've been trying to, like, well, one, gets rid of the social media, which I'm not enjoying. But I've been trying to figure out for a while, like, what to put on Patreon. Because I always feel like I never have enough to post over there. So if I take my normal social media kind of posts and just do them there exclusively, then there you go. I could just do that. I think I feel like Patreon and YouTube live streams, neither of those are there to like build an audience. Those are things that are there for an existing audience. So I do like, but I think that like building an audience, getting more people in, I think that's going to be more accomplished by making YouTube videos, which is what I want to be doing anyways. I like making the videos. Oh, it's okay, Luna. You're good. She's just hanging out. I do have some video ideas. I'm thinking maybe too, it might be fun to bring back doing some polls for things that I make on Patreon. I'm taking kind of a step away from my shop, and I'm gonna lean more into the videos. That's been kind of my plan for a while. Which I suppose if I'm doing that, social media is less important too. Right? So, you know, I should just lean all the way into the videos. I will say that this last month was a little bit of an experiment in seeing if pure quantity, it was a little bit of an experiment, like quality versus quantity to a certain extent. Because was very irregular about posting videos for a while there. So I was wondering if posting a video very regularly would affect my YouTube stuff at all, even though it's kind of slightly different from my normal posting stuff. since it wasn't all dice and resin. Obviously, we're back to our dice and resin now. Didn't really affect much. Not much of a change. Pretty much the same as ever. Pretty much the same, like, same growth. It, like, been pretty consistent. I do think the videos got maybe fewer views because they weren't dice or resin related, like I've kind of built my channel up to be. And also I think that they were some of the videos were a lot quicker, like quicker to put together. They weren't quite as elaborate as some videos that I've done or that I want to do. So I think we're going to be moving into kind of like our quality era, hopefully. Quality over quantity. We're going to try doing some really thought out, I want to do some like thought out like tutorial videos, things that have sketches in them that amuse me, but that are, you know, and jokes that are tied to whatever it is I'm talking about or working on. We'll see how that affects things. That's the stuff I'd rather be doing anyways. I'd rather make like one super interesting video than 5 meh videos. Oops. Not what I wanted. Okay, let me just check that. Everything's good there. Alright. Is the stream? Oh, okay. Just make sure that the stream wasn't frozen. No, I was frozen because I was just sitting here looking at whether the stream was frozen or not. It's been so long since I've streamed. I don't remember how to do this anymore. Alright. You know what? Let's take a quick tea break. Since I've used up all of the blue paint that I had pulled out. Oh, it's okay, Luna. Tea and cat break. Oh, some lovely blackcurrant tea. Ah, look at that. I got a fluffy girl. A fluffy baby. A fluffy baby. A fluffy baby. Oh, look at her. She's so fluffy. Look at that fluffy girl. Sorry, was that too much? Sometimes I think she's gets a little bit overstimulated when I give her too many pets and scratches. Alright. More blue paint. Let's see, what else is on my notes? Oh, I did put, let's see, I made some notes here about my, like, favorite, my favorite project, the hardest project, But I did figure that I would open things up to questions that people might have, if they have any. Not that they do necessarily. Let's see. It's in my notes. Oh, let's see. Oh, there was some completely new like art mediums that I hadn't really tried before that turned out to be really fun. One of them was collage. I did some collage. So I say I haven't done it before. Some of them I've done before, but like a long time ago, like as a kid. Like as a kid, I definitely did some collage. I think I have a whole painting from when I was in like high school where we had to make a collage and then paint it. There was let's see. Oh, same with like making a diorama or the miniature making. That definitely seems like something I would have done as a kid. I didn't play like dolls a lot. Like I didn't make them, you know, I had like dolls and things, but like I didn't necessarily make up storylines for them. If I was by myself, if I was with friends, sure. But what I did enjoy doing was either designing like clothes for them, like playing dress up with them. I also had like a dollhouse, and I loved rearranging the furniture. And I bet I made random pieces of furniture for that out of like popsicle sticks and stuff. I definitely made like a tiny castle out of popsicle sticks and things at one point. But there was like dioramas and stuff for school every once in a while. That was definitely a thing back in the day, making little dioramas. But making the little like tiny alchemy lab, that was really fun. It's also probably one of my favorites of how it turned out, because it's still really fun to play with. It reminds me very much of rearranging all of the furniture in the dollhouse. Like, you know, that was the best part, was the rearranging furniture. Or yeah, I don't know. I've always enjoyed that sort of stuff. Is there a lesson here? What's going on there? Oh, there is. Okay, I got it. But that one's still really fun. Oh, she's left. I haven't really messed around with it much, because I've been so busy with finishing all the other videos and things. But I will probably pull that down and play with it at some point and find more little trinkets to throw in there. Let's see. Ones that didn't really turn out were the painting, the self-portrait painting. Because I just got bored of it in the middle. I'll be honest. I was just so bored of painting that in the middle. I enjoy painting, but Meep! How's it going? It's been so long since I've streamed. But I'm back. I'm back to streaming. I've got all sorts of plans for the next, like, this week after that, and then I might take like a week off. Oh, I was gonna say that. So like I've missed streaming. I also I like making videos, I think, more than I like streaming. I like streaming for the hanging out aspect, and also it forces me to get things done sometimes, which is good. But I like making videos. I might kind of adopt like a schedule-ish of like. Wait, what's this mean? Wait, what's this mean? What? Oh. What does this mean? There's a whole new thing that says top fans that was not here when I was here last. Apparently you're my number one top fan. Been bored, has been... Well, I haven't streamed in like 2-3 months, so it's not like you've missed anything from me. I've been on a break from streaming since towards the end of June. So it's not like you've missed much here stream-wise. This is my first stream back after a pretty long break. But what I was gonna say is I'm thinking that like 3 weeks of streams and then either like taking a week off or maybe playing some sort of video game with some friends, either on this channel or over on my other channel, might be kind of the pattern that I take. We'll see. I'm gonna keep the live streams fairly regular but fairly casual, I think is kind of the plan, which has kind of been what it's kind of what it's been in the past. Nothing too serious. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, who comments and interacts during the stream the most? Oh, okay. If I click on it, it says you have 75 experience. Oh, it's probably from commenting. Okay. Well, you're the only one that just chatted at all in this stream, so you've got the crown. I guess we'll see if you can keep it. Probably. But you get a fancy little crown for now. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I feel like that's kind of fun. It's maybe a little bit of like a competitive thing, which could be good or bad, but it seems like it's a very low stakes competitive thing. So that's kind of fun. I'm fairly competitive though, which is a good or a bad thing. Depends on the situation. Alright, there's that. Another one's done. If you are just joining, I'll show you what we've got done so far. I'm inking a bunch of Patreon D20s. I'm definitely behind on them because I've been busy the past 2 months. So I have these all sanded and polished, obviously, but I need to get them all inked, and then we're going to sand some different ones next week that I already have poured but not polished, and then we're going to pour more. But these ones that I'm inking right now were for February. It's like 1, 2, and 3 for the fans to change his hands, and that's kind of fun. Let me zoom in. So these are the ones for February. What says, you know, Valentine's Day, like a little anatomical heart. Little shimmery anatomical heart. But I'm inking them in a nice light blue color. Wow, it really does not like to focus where I want it to focus. Nice little light blue color. Well, this camera's so blue. But I've got one left. I filmed inking the first one, so I'm not too worried about getting the rest. Yeah. Last one. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, let's get this last one of these, and then we've got these that we need to ink. I have some ideas for the colors on those, but I figured I could get an opinion from some folks on whether they think my idea is a good idea for those or not. Because my idea for these ones, and I'll move them over here so I can talk about them, is that they're all like kind of slightly different. They've got pink and blue and yellow in there, but they've got kind of different amounts of each one. So some of them have more blue, some of them have more pink, some of them barely have any blue. And so I was thinking that I'd take whichever color it has the least of and ink it in that color. But these are obviously going out to Patreon folks. So I don't know if it would be weird if they're all like slightly different, or like, I feel like it's going to change the vibe of each die for sure, so that all of the dice are going to feel pretty different. So I don't know if that's a draw, like people are like you know, not draw as in like a tie, but like draw as like a luring, in that like you're definitely getting something that's unique, or if it's kind of a bummer if you know, see what went out and you like yours the least out of all of the ones that went out. So I don't know if I should do them all in the same color or not, especially since they just vary so much. I did them in 2 separate batches, and the first batch I didn't have the blue dark enough, and then the second batch the blue's a lot darker. So the 2 batches just ended up not quite matching, being exactly the same. I was just figuring that I could kind of even it out a little bit with the inking colors. I don't know. I might have to try it and see. It'll be... We'll take a look at those in a minute. I'm almost done with these D20s. Oh. I don't know if you caught any of the videos this month. You know, I don't know if you pronounced your name Et or A. Because, like, obviously in English it'd be Et. In French it'd be A. Although that might depend on dialect and stuff, I don't know. I literally took like 2 years of French. So from what I remember, it would be A. Because it means and. Languages are fun. I'm always interested in like language and like etymology and like just the fact that like different languages have different sounds. Like I thought it was kind of fun when I was learning French, like to learn these sounds that we don't use in English, because they've got nasal sounds and guttural sounds, and we don't really do that. Oh, E.T. Oh, okay. I was fooled by the lowercase. That makes more sense. My first initial is E as well. It's so funny. I work somewhere, there's not very many people that work there. There's 3 of us that are Elizabeths. When I started there, I was the 3rd person that started there that was named Elizabeth. One of those Elizabeths has left. We now have a different Elizabeth that works there. But when I started, I was the 3rd Elizabeth there that had the middle name Anne. And again, there's not a lot of people that work where I work. But there was 3 of us that were Elizabeth Anne. Apparently it's just a combo made in heaven or something. Not that I really go by Elizabeth. I shall remember that it is E.T. by imagining you as a small little alien. That shall be my mnemonic. I will totally not forget it before the next stream. I have a memory like a steel trap. What was I talking about? The upside down smiley face. Oh no. Alright. Almost done with the blue ones. You know what I'm gonna do? I might film this last little bit so I can show off. So I'm trying to line it up with the camera. I have it super zoomed in. I'm trying to get my die lined up with the camera because I have it zoomed in so much. I don't want to move it around too much. I'm just focusing so hard right now. Okay. Let's change that back out. Oh. Yeah, because I'll show off the finished thing. Let me get this out of the way. Alright, let me show these to you guys, show you how they turned out, and then we can talk about this other set of D20s. So, we got those. I do feel like the hearts in these maybe ended up a little bit hard to like tell what they are. That's the problem with the D20s. D20s are one of the worst for putting like super complicated inclusions in. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. The worst for putting like super complicated inclusions in because there's all of the facets on it, all of the different sides. They like bounce the light around differently, and they kind of split up the thing in there so that it's hard to like see it from one angle. You got to move it around to actually figure out what it is. Otherwise it just kind of looks like a blob. Real unfortunate. But there's our die with our little hearts. Our little anatomical hearts in them. Oh good, I'm glad that it's translating as a heart. Let's see, you're using 2 D20s you made the other day. You realize both of them are random. Oh, you were sure that you'd picked a spin down mold. Well, the number of times I have either made like one of the wrong D10s, so I ended up with like 2 of the D10s that have single numbers, or 2 of the D10s that have the double numbers, or had all of the dice molds with like the highest number at the top except for 1, or it's so easy to do, so easy to like, especially if you're like putting away molds and you're like, oh yes, my D20 molds. You take a quick glance at it and you throw it with your other stuff. It just ends up in the wrong spot. Yeah, I've definitely done that. Okay, so here's these dice. I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream, but I poured these in 2 different batches, so they're different. As you can see, like this one, the blue was so light, it doesn't really have much blue at all. This one's mostly pink, but it's got some blue. Let's see, where was the one I was thinking of? One of them. Yeah, this one, you can see it's just got like one little end of pink. Like they're all similar, but they're all quite different from each other. What I was thinking of doing for the inking was going, okay, which color does it have the least of? So for example, this has the least amount of blue. We'll ink that in blue. What does this have the least amount of? It might actually have the least amount of pink, so we'll ink that in pink. Well, this one has the least amount of yellow, so we'll do that one in yellow, that sort of thing. But I don't know if that's going to make them feel too different from each other. Like, my thought was that it would tie them together, but I don't know if it would or not. Oh, so it was a set mold with 2d20s that you bought. You just never, oh, you didn't realize. I feel Cotton Candy Galaxy. I like that as a name. Cotton Candy Galaxy dice. Yeah, that seems like a vibe. Oh, hello, Luna. I see that you have returned. Is it because I am still talking? And you like it when I talk? Come here. Come here. Come sit on my lap. Why are you just standing there like that? Why are you're standing all funky? Her legs are down here on my computer. Come here. Come here. There we go. There we go. Hi, Tara. Oh. Should we go back to cat cam? Here we go. We'll go back to cat cam. Ah! Uh-oh. Sorry. Are we good? Is audio okay? We good? Oh, this darn microphone. Alright, alright. But what do we think of the idea, though? What do we think of the... Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. What do we think of the idea, though, of doing them with different ink colors? Should I do them all? I could do them all a mix of the different colors, too. So I could do, you know, one random side pink, and one random side yellow, and one random side blue. Could do it like that. I don't know. What do we... I could do a poll, too, actually. Should I try doing a poll? Oh, I could also have a Q&A. I don't know if you guys watched the month of videos, but people can just ask things in chat too. Okay. Should we do a poll? How should I ink these? Our options are gonna be mix in each mix the colors on each die, or each die a single color. Wait. We've got like yellow, a little much. Just mix of blue and pink. Huh? I mean, we could also do it where I do, like, what if I did the whole thing in yellow and then I did, like, the highest number blue and the lowest number pink or something like that, too. I could do it like that. Maybe I don't do a poll. Let's just discuss this. We're going to discuss. We'll discuss. So, here's kind of the three options, I think. We could do, like, random colors. So, when I say that, I mean that each number on this single die would be blue or pink or yellow. It would just kind of be a random mix across the numbers. Actually, there's a few different options. So I could do that where each number is a single color. I could do it where each number is multiple colors. And it's just kind of a mix. Like each number could have pink and yellow, or it could just be blue, or it could be blue and pink and yellow. I could make each number 3 colors. I could do it where all of the numbers are the same color, except for maybe the highest and the lowest. My initial thought was I would do each die in just a single color, but each die would have like a different single color that's on it. That could be. There's options. Are you trying to knock my stuff around with your tail? Excuse you, ma'am. Sorry. I will not pet the belly. I'm not sure I quite understand what you're saying, E.T. If you like yellow, a little. Just... Oh, or are you saying you don't like the yellow? You think just a mix of blue and pink would be good? There is mostly blue and pink in these, I will say. That's true. Oh, well, we can let's try yellow. Let's try a yellow on one of the faces, just so we can see. you think random or the coordinate depending on the dye color. My first thought was to coordinate depending on the dye color. Like, just saying, okay, this one has the least amount of blue, let's do them all in blue. That was my first thought. I guess, you know what, I'm leaning towards that. I'm leaning towards my initial thought of just going with a single color based on the color of the dye. I do want to know, though, do you guys think that that would be weird since they're Patreon dice? Like, do you think it'd be weird that all of the dice are going to end up looking different? I mean, they're already looking different, but do you think that would be too much for the Patreon dice? I think maybe we split these up into... Let's split them up into, like, the colors that we're gonna use. Here, let's... Yeah, I think, let's try it. Let's try coordinating. Yeah, that's fair. Special flare? Okay. Alright, as long as it doesn't seem like it'd be... we'll try the yellow and see how we feel about it. If we don't like the yellow, then we won't do the yellow. Like, if we try it and it looks weird, then we don't have to do it. Let me get my camera. All good. Yeah, I was thinking I could do 2 colors per number. That would be an option. Come on. I just have the cat in the background. I'm trying to get this to be at a good spot that doesn't have the foot, like the leg of the... Like, I'm getting this in my in my camera shot because I'm trying to do it... sideways. Because I'm trying to film this vertically. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. It doesn't want to stay where I want it to. We'll just zoom in slightly. There we go. Perfect. I want to try the yellow. Let's try the yellow. Okay. There's so many options, guys. I'm gonna try doing it. Each die is one color, just to see how I feel about it. But I think the first thing that I need to do is I need to figure out which ones I'm gonna do for which. Because the thing is, I actually have a lot of these have pink and blue. A lot of these have less blue than anything else. I think it'll be like that. I only have one that's gonna be pink. Well, let's try the blue ones first. Or should we try a yellow first and see if we like the yellow? And if not, let's try a yellow one first just to see if we even like the yellow. Because if we don't like it, then we'll split those up, divvy those up between the pink and the blue. I was just thinking that the yellow might like stand out a bit more. I was worried that the blue and the pink might blend in too much. Okay. I am filming as well, so unfortunately you guys are a little bit pushed to the side at the moment. Let's try this yellow. I kind of like the yellow. I kind of like the yellow, guys. It like stands out really nice. Let me focus this. There we go. Like, I like how much that stands out. And there's a little bit of yellow in these, so I feel like it kind of works. I like the yellow. Sorry, I'm doing the yellow. I'm tempted to do all of these in yellow now. Okay. So I definitely like the yellow. We're gonna do this one in yellow. We will definitely try the ones that have very little blue in blue. I think this is gonna be the way to go. I think doing each die a single color, I think that's the way I want to go. Yeah, there's just like a little bit, so that's kind of, so like the dice have the pink and the blue and the yellow. Like they've got all of these colors. I was just planning to do whichever one they have the least of to try and bring it out a little bit more. And I think also just, even if this doesn't quite show the yellow very well, even if the yellow's not like showing up all that well, just the fact that it's pink and blue, it'll make it works as like a triadic color scheme. Okay, let me tell you what, let's turn that off for now. Let me get you guys in focus again so we can hang out. Oof, there we go. We can film more in the middle. I like the yellow. We're sticking with the yellow on this one. I do feel like maybe we should try one of the other ones with the blue and see how it feels. Tell you what, we'll do these. We'll do that real quick. I like that. Let's try one of our blue ones. Let's try one of these ones where it's like it doesn't really have much blue in it. It needs some more blue. We'll get all of this stuff filmed and done with. Yeah, the one that's mostly pink, or whichever one it has the least of. Ooh, I could maybe go brighter on the blue. The blue might be a little bit too dark. I don't know. Here, let me do a couple sides and show you. I feel like it kind of works though. I see what you're saying. Yeah. The yellow is very subtle. You have to get them at like the right angle. Yeah, this one, like, there's not much. There's a little bit, but not much in it. Yeah, the blue works. But see, this one doesn't really have much blue in it either. I think I like it like this. Ultimately, I'm like, you know, I like getting opinions just to see what people think, but I'm gonna go with what I like since I'm the one making them. I feel like that's how you kind of gotta make stuff. It's good to get opinions, and it's nice to like make things that other people like, but you also just kind of gotta make what you want to make sometimes. Yeah. Zoom in, get some close-up footage. I'm just trying to get like some different angles and things with the different colors so that I can chop it all together in the final video. Alright, let's do that. And then let's try one of the pink. Actually, I only have one pink one. That's the problem, of course. Problem is that I only have one that I want to do in the pink, because I only have one that kind of has less pink. Like, So it's kind of going to be the odd one out. You know, 4, 5, 6. Let me check something real quick. Let me check my spreadsheet real quick. These are... Oh, you know what? We'll do this one with the pink, and no one's going to get this one with the pink. I only need to send out 6 of these dice. So 3 of them will be blue, 3 of them will be yellow. The pink one will be mine. But we'll ink it up and show it off anyways. This one will be my one special one. There's so much pink paint. So this one can be included with the rest, but it'll be the odd man out. That is something that I kind of started doing, which is good because that number's kind of a little bit more. Anyways, hopefully I've gotten rid of that mold by now. You know, we might do a stream at some point where I make molds. I've put off making molds for so long. Okay, let's get this out of the way. It's like, I know some people like, where am I going? There we go. I'm trying to find the middle of the screen. Some people, like, their least favorite part of the dice making process is like sanding. Some people really don't like inking. For me, it's making the molds. I don't know why. I think it's just because there's too many steps for my little brain to handle. Feels like there's like 12 billion steps, and I'm like, oh gosh, got 12 billion steps to do? I can't start that. There's too many steps. Even though I've done it plenty of times before. And I know I can make molds. I should do some dice that have like multicolored numbers though at some point. If not these ones, some others at some point, because that's, you know, maybe I should do some so I need to figure out what I want to do for some of the D20s coming up. So I've already got the next 2 past these all poured. We're gonna sand them in next week's live stream. That's the plan. Next week's live stream is going to be sanding some different Patreon D20s to help me get caught up. And then I need to pour a bunch. I don't really have the designs figured out for the ones that we're going to pour. What do I have on my spreadsheet? I have a spreadsheet for... Okay. So I need to pour June, July, and August's Patreon D20s. I don't know that we'll do all of those at once. We might do kind of like some test versions type thing. Like we might do like 3 of each type thing, and I won't film it. They'll just be kind of like the planning process, figuring out what we want to do, and then I will have, you know, a plan for making them. But I don't know exactly what I do. I did write down a note of maybe doing like some sort of like copper and teal sort of one. That could be pretty. Oh, I could bring back the like Copper King sort of design. That one was really pretty from a long time ago. I'm sure I have a picture of those somewhere. I don't know if you guys care. Let's see. Oh no, that was way before. That was back in the day. If you guys want to see it, I can pull it up, but I'm not, unless someone is interested in seeing, but maybe like some copper and teal-y sort of ones. A little bit of gold in there. Copper, gold, or silver. You're curious now? Okay, let me find them. So there's a kind of a story that goes with these dice. Let me find a picture real quick. I need to go back to... Let me find that. Because this was back before... I was streaming at the time, but I was not making YouTube videos. Let me... Yellow and the pink part of the die. Oh, like up at the top? That could be pretty cool. I could do it like that too. Here we go. Let me see if I can find that. That was... Oh, that's in here somewhere. Oh, this could be in here somewhere. Oh no, that was the second ones. To be fair, maybe it blends in too much with the rest of the pink. Where were those? That's further back. Let me scroll, scrolling. All this time I'm scrolling. I just keep on scrolling. Okay, it's gonna be back in here somewhere. Ooh, those would be pretty too. Actually, could do that. I have to keep scrolling back further. Okay, you think it's pretty readable? Okay. Okay, I think I got that done earlier. Oh, okay, here we go. Found a good picture. Oh, I thought I could drag and drop a photo onto here. No? Okay. Apparently I can't just drag and drop. Where is a... Oh my gosh, things have changed. Okay, image. Copper. Now I have to try and find this again. I think I can do this. I can do this. It's about here. Yep, okay. These. Oh my goodness, it's so large. This was a long while back. This was quite a few years back. But I could redo like these sorts of this sort of one. Because I did really like how this set turned out. I thought it was pretty. The slight story for these ones though is that I made these based on a YouTube series. And the person whose character I made these based on reached out and is the person that bought them from me. So that was fun. But I do just really like how those turned out. I think they're really pretty. So I think doing something like that again could be cool. Back to inking. I know, it's got all those metallics for you, E.T. Got all those metallics. See, I'm a sucker for metallics too. My go-to inking color for like anything is gold. I ink everything in gold. That's why I have a big bottle of gold. Everything else is small bottles. But I use so much gold. Or silver. I'm a big fan of using silver for things too. It's usually gold, silver, or white that I use for everything. But I'm also just a big fan of copper and teal, like, you know, like the oxidized copper color, but like next to your normal copper color. Big fan of that. That's, you know, I have that problem too. Like some, ooh. Okay, we're good. I didn't paint the lens. Oh, are you going? You leaving? I like with some dice sets, Tara, I will, like, there's kind of like two schools of thought, I feel like, when it comes to inking dice. One of them is like always function over form, and one of them is more like form over function. Like, I switch back and forth depending on the dice set. Some dice sets I ink like for readability. It's like I want these to be very visible. And some dice sets I'm like, I know it's gonna blend in, but I really want to do it in this color because I think it'll look the best. And sometimes I just do that. Oh, gold, silver, copper. Want to make coin molds to make D&D currency. I made a coin mold. Oh gosh, I have the video that I want to film that is has that in it at some point. Well, I filmed it, sort of. Dude, I've got... Oh, have a good night, Tara. Thanks for stopping by. I do think that'd be fun, though, making D&D currency out of resin. I think that's a fun idea. Oh, but I have a video that I scripted out a long while ago, but I need to actually get to... I need to actually get to some stuff. We need to do some cleaning before I can actually film it. But it was for a commission that I did a long while back, in which I ended up making my own coin mold. It was a whole process. I think I would probably do it. I don't know if I'd do it differently now. I was gonna say I might do it differently now. I don't know if I would or not. Because I didn't really 3D print. I literally found, I think I had like little, what did I use? I think I had a gear, like a little gear, plastic gear that I used, that I sanded down and then filled with epoxy sculpt and sanded down flat. I think that's what I used. There's one little corner here, just want to fill with paint. Yeah, I like the yellow. It's definitely legible. Where are you guys? There we go. Alright, what else? Oh my gosh, can you imagine if you have 3,000 gold though? I'm in a campaign right now where we basically have, I think I have like 500 gold at the moment. I do like the I have thought of making some like of the like little, you know, health potion bottles, where it's like a bottle that has some, you put like some red resin in the bottom of it, and then you also make dice that match it and put those in the bottle too, that are set up as like, you know, potions of minor healing, potions of major healing, that sort of thing. I have thought of making some of those. I do think that that'd be kind of fun. Same sort of thing. I think it's just fun having physical items and stuff at the table. So I do think that having physical items is really fun. Oh, platinum, true. Oh, that's true. You could have some that are, it's like 100 gold or whatever. That's a good point. Have it marked as... I feel like there's something funny that could be done there where if your player gets pickpocketed, you have to actually pickpocket your player and steal their money without them realizing. I think at a certain point that just becomes like LARPing though. I will say, so my brother and I we're going to be going to a one-shot next weekend. And we've been trying to figure out what characters we want to play. He finally, he gave me he came up with an idea today, which is hilarious to me, and I'm so down. And we're just going to be a couple of little old ladies. But I don't know if, he might have gone shopping already, I don't know. He's gonna go grocery shopping, but he was gonna pick up from the store just a bunch of like random hard candies so that we can bring them with us. She's like, oh dear, do you want a hard candy? Here's a little Werther's Original for you. You've done such a good job. But the whole we'll see how it goes on like the actual day, but the plan is that we're gonna play a couple of little old ladies. This one shots we're level 5, so we're gonna be little old ladies that have a class, and then we're gonna have at least one level of warlock. And our whole shtick is that we're a couple of little old ladies that are trying to find a third person so we can form a coven. And I love this idea. I think it's hilarious. Literally like named like Gertrude and Ethel or something like that is my thought. There we go. I like it with the yellow. Big fan of the yellow. Let's do another one. One of the things that I really like doing when it comes to like playing characters is making like a dice palette for them. You need to find a game at some point so you can actually use your dice. That's fair. It's a collection, right? People collect stamps and they don't use them, right? It's just a collection. But I do find it really fun to like look through all of the dice that I have and put together like, you know, a collection of dice for the character that I'm going to be playing. Like, I'm going to go with like kind of like this color scheme and this sort of theme. I don't know, there's something fun there. I think it goes back to my love of playing dress up with dolls and also just rearranging furniture. It's like, yes, I get to organize things. How fun. My house isn't organized, but sorting things into arbitrary groups, that's fun. Oh, okay, so that's not too bad. I have definitely seen people with more than 10 sets of dice. I probably have more than 10 sets of dice. I actually have quite a few that I've made. They're not necessarily full sets, though. I haven't streamed in so long, my voice is starting to go a little bit. I've still got a cat holding me down anyways, so, you know, I'll be here for a while. We've got a few more dice sets to do anyways. Not a few more dice sets, a few more D20s to do. I should really finish up the set of dice that I made for the character that I'm playing now in my long-term campaign. Let's see, your old school during summer program for math, the teacher did math, but D&D. You had so much fun with your Dragonborn fighter, chain swords. You set up to do almost anything. That's so fun. I think that D&D would be it was great in like an educational setting. It's teamwork, it's reading, it's storytelling, it's math. It's like all of the things, but fun. Although I did also admit in today's video that I enjoyed doing proofs in school, so I might be the wrong person to ask when it comes to whether school subjects are fun or not. Seems like no one else was really a fan of doing proofs in school. I took a whole class that was basically on proofs and things. That was a cool class. That was in college though. I took a course that was called Mathematical Reasoning. There was 5 of us in the class, but it was a really interesting class. It was basically a whole class about how math works. Like as a concept, and it was a lot of doing proofs. It was just talking about like infinity as a concept and different like things that I don't know. It was a lot of logic and things too, but really interesting class. It's been years since I took it. I don't remember a lot of it, but that was probably that's the last time I did proofs. I had someone, so I work at a tutoring center, but someone was working with like union and intersection and things, and I'm like, I don't remember this at all. I don't remember all of the logic stuff. So I remembered enough to be able to help them with it, but if it was to the same level that class that I had taken was, I would not have been able to. I would have needed to sit down and do some looking things up. I will say though, that's something that I've said before too, is that I don't necessarily remember all of the stuff that I learned in school, but I remember enough about how it works and what things are called to be able to look up what I don't remember. I mean, I say that, but at the same time, I found some of my old electrical engineering homework, and I'm like, wow, this is my handwriting and this is gibberish. I don't know what any of this means. This is like random symbols. Yeah, if you ask me to do calculus right this second, I don't think I'd be able to remember how to do it. I'd need to sit down for a little bit and figure it out. We also did a small Wizard of the Coast trip one time. It was just fun, especially catapulting your undead skeleton warlock at the enemy. Oh god. Oh dear. He ended up with 1 hit point? I mean, kind of lucky, kind of unlucky, I suppose, if you end up at 1 hit point. He lived, and you got a potion. Oh, final part of the campaign was all or nothing. Oh, alright, she's left. I could screw it in again. Ah, and I can uncross my legs. Yeah, I've definitely gotten to the end of some campaigns before where we're like, well, screw it. We're just doing whatever we want. I know there was one where we ended up with like a deck of many things at the very end. I had far too much fun with that. But yeah, gotta use everything you got if you're up against the big bad. Dude, I will say that, so I'm in a long-term campaign at the moment. It's been really fun. We've gotten to all, like, we're in, like, the middle of a mystery now. Like, there's, like, a single god of the world that we're in, because there's a big war, and she killed the rest of the other gods. We've kind of been operating under the assumption that maybe she's evil or something. We're not sure. But we're trying to like figure out how to stop all of these dungeons from exploding, basically. Anyways, we actually met the god in our last meet and discovered that she's a prisoner, and she doesn't know by who. We don't know who's trapped her. It seems that the people that we had assumed she had been working against, she doesn't know anything about. So something else is working against them. We've got all sorts of intrigue going on at the moment, which is that's the stuff I eat up, though. Like, I like the lore and the, like, what's going on. I'm baffled. I'm not quite sure where to go next from here, but we'll figure it out, I guess. I feel like the DM has done a really good job of setting up kind of the lore of the setting. One of the things that has been highlighted to me through doing all of the videos over the past month is just how much I hum to myself while working on things. The amount of humming that I have cut from videos, it's not insignificant. Lots of humming. There's not necessarily even music playing. I'm just, you know, it's like, well, there's nothing else going on. I must make noise myself, I suppose. I might film inking the last few of these. Trying to do you guys. Let me scoot this over so everyone can see. Let's see, what else was on my list to talk about? Oh, I guess I could talk about falling behind on the monthly, like the daily videos for the month. I kind of knew that was going to happen a little bit from the beginning. Because when I scheduled everything out, I went through probably 3 different iterations of a schedule. Because every time I plotted it out, I ended up in September, which we're in. I eventually got everything so that, like, on a calendar, so that technically I could get things done in time, but it wasn't gonna happen. It required me to spend one day editing each video at most. Which it takes me so long to edit videos. Alright, let's go to our blue. I'm just putting a little bit of paint. Here's how. You know, I feel like it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work with them all being different colors. I think they'll still feel tied together, because I feel like those still kind of feel tied together. We'll see once we get the blue ones. Uh-oh. Why is my audio stuck? Oh gosh, sorry. There we go. Let's see, it was your first ever D&D game, and you're so much fun at the start of it. Huh? Oh, Allie. Okay, sorry. So much fun. You got in a battle in an alley. The DM made the stat block for your weapons. Guess what was in the alley? You chucked a barrel and got a few. That was fun. I'm always a fan of using like creative means to achieve goals. I think that's always fun. It's always fun using items and, like, abilities and stuff, not just, like, hitting things with a sword. I mean, sometimes if you can, like, chain things together and, like, go, okay, so I need to do this and then this and then this, and then I can hit it with my sword, like, you can definitely be creative there, too, and figure out, like, cool combos and things, but it's always fun when you can kind of, like, you do something a little unexpected. So that's what keeps the game fun and exciting. Oh, has anyone here played Daggerheart? I heard about it's a new game system from the folks over at Critical Role, and it looks interesting. I've seen a bare amount of it, but it sounds like it's maybe a little bit more story or character focused as opposed to, like, mechanics, maybe? Which I think is interesting. I don't know that I would be good at playing that style. I'm bad at staying in character. But I mean, it looks interesting. I'd be interested in seeing folks play it. I think you heard about it? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I've heard about it. I'm curious to know what gameplay is like. Like, I think, to be fair, I probably could. Dude, we've all been there, Hannah. Like, we've all been carrying around some skulls at some point, right? I don't remember much, but my first D&D game online with random people involved your necromancer, half-elf, who is a child, carrying several skulls in her bag for no real reason. I definitely played a gnome druid at one point who carried around like a skeleton hand that she found. She was a little bit crazy. She'd been like trapped on a weird island for like 10 years all by herself, but she was carrying around this skeleton hand, and it's kind of funny because we randomly found this like brooch, really intricate looking brooch that looked like a scarab beetle, and it was like, oh, it's so cool. And so my character, who's just carrying around the skeleton hand, was like, I know what I'm gonna do. And she picked it up with the skeleton hand and like wrapped it, like had it in the hand and then like wrapped it up to carry it. No real reason or anything. Turns out that it's like, I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's like a brooch that kind of comes alive and will like burrow to your heart and kill you. And like the two ways that you can contain it are either in like a metal container or a bone container. So it just so happened that the her wrapping it with a skeleton hand, kept it from doing anything. You just pick a character that fits you in general, so you don't have to act as much. That's fair. I do think it's really fun to, like, it all worked out, exactly. I've found with, like, characters, like, I kind of need a couple of certain things, and then I can act. One of them is, like, some sort of concrete goal for the character. It's like, what are they trying to get? Like, is there a person they're trying to rescue? Is there someone they're trying to kill? Is there something they're trying to find? What's their goal? And I think that can, like, help, like, kind of help you to lead, conversations of how you want to get places. I like having some sort of flaw. I feel like that can definitely add for some, like, comedy and stuff, too. And can help dictate, conversations as well. I also, it's not as necessary, but I think it's really fun to have some sort of secret, just some sort of secret that you're keeping from the party. You've DM'd twice. The second time you had a Minotaur Dragonborn, and something else. One of them had a little kobold we called Nebby. And whenever they took care of an enemy, something? I'm not quite sure. What did she do? I feel like I'm missing part of that sentence. But yeah, as long as I have like a goal for the character, then that can kind of dictate how, like, the direction that I lead conversations in, and then having a flaw can dictate kind of like how I lead the conversations. But having some sort of secret is just fun. I feel like having a secret can dictate your actions, maybe more so, which is kind of fun as well. But I'm just thinking of, like, I'm thinking of, like, the two characters that, like, I had probably the most fun playing, and that I felt like had the best, like, characterization, and one of them was the doppelganger that I played, who was working for the big bad. Oh, she'd pop out of the Oh, Nebby would pop. Okay, I see. pop out and drag whatever creature it was into a bag. But that character, like, well, obviously their secret was that they were working for the big bad, but, like, their flaw was that they were very hedonistic, although part of the secret was that they weren't actually as hedonistic as they were giving off, and, like, their goal was to lead the party to the big bad. And then the other character I'm thinking of was a paladin I played, who's... just on her character sheet, I had written down as, like, I can't remember what it's called, but, like, a personality trait was confident, and then flaw was written down as overly confident. But she had, like, a whole, like, goal of, trying to, like, find her missing lover type thing, while avoiding, being found by, like, the royal family or something. Because she'd run away from home. And that was fun, too, because, man, it was so much fun just jumping into situations, because she was that... Her catchphrase was, onwards! It's like, something's happening? Excellent! Let us jump into this pit in the ground and see what's down here. That was fun to play. Wisdom was not high. Wisdom was not high on that character. So maybe I need to think about that a little bit with the... I mean, these are just for one-shots, but I might need to think of... Like, our goal, obviously, is trying to find a third person for our coven. I think I need to figure out, like, a flaw. What's a good flaw for, like, a grandma character? I think maybe she might pretend not to hear people when she doesn't want to. If that makes sense. Like, if someone says something and she doesn't want to deal with it, she's like, hey, excuse me? What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Anyways, favorite character of yours is Aloe, a minotaur raised by dwarves who goes off adventuring to raise money for his parents' farm. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. At least you didn't get a dwarf mad at you because you thought he'd know how to make a blunderbuss because he had an anchor as a weapon. That's a unique weapon right there. Alright, this is our last one. Owl's major flaw is that he can't resist pickles. You know, I feel like that's valid. That's valid. Understandable flaw. Actually, I'm getting kind of hungry now. I think we're doing dinner soon, but we're almost done inking dice now, so. Dun, 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 dun. Random question for you guys. Do you guys mostly come to my live streams, or do you also watch my videos? Like, are you more like live stream folks? Because I am thinking about videos that I want to work on, but both. Okay. It's like, because I imagine that people probably find me through the videos and then end up at live streams. I feel like you watch the videos. That's right. Yeah. You want the shiny copper dice now. I do plan to open up commissions again at some point here soon. It's on my to-do list to sit down and get my commission stuff figured out. It's probably going to be exactly the same, but I was thinking I might add some more options. I might move to like more of a commission format, doing less pre-made stuff and just more custom stuff for folks between like resin, and then I might, add some other things too besides just dice as options. I just need to figure out on some of that stuff how specific like I want to make it. Because when I say custom stuff, I don't necessarily mean like a full-on commission. Sit down and let's plot out exactly what you're gonna get. I'm thinking stuff too, like with my raw dice, where it's like, here, you can give me like a color scheme or a theme or something, and I will try to make something that fit. Like, I'll try to pick dice that fit that theme or color scheme. But pre-made stuff, yeah. Oh, for sure. I enjoy making dice in general. Literally the only reason that I'm thinking I might move away from the pre-made sets a bit is just so that I have more time to make stuff for videos. I think if the pre-made stuff that I'm gonna make is probably gonna be more things like sets that I've made for videos, and then have added to my shop. Although I have a bunch of random sets that are already made and just need sanded and inked and things. Like I've been saying for a while now, I just want to have more time to make videos. And making a bunch of stuff for my shop takes time, which I could be using to make more videos. It might be a terrible business decision, since I don't really make much from making YouTube videos, but I'd like to at some point. It'd be nice to actually make some money from that. It's kind of funny, like when I first got, there we go, there's our last die. I was gonna film inking that last part, but that's okay. Let me show you guys how they turned out. I think that works. They definitely do have like a different vibe from each other, but they do still all match. Let's, oh my gosh, come on. Be nice if this thing focused nicely. There we go. They definitely, like, the yellow ones and the blue ones, they definitely feel different. Because you don't see a lot of the yellow, I think, in these ones. Like, the yellow doesn't really stand out. They do kind of feel like two separate things. I don't know. I guess maybe you just kind of end up with one of two different designs. What do we think? Oh, my light died. This one did. I think that might mean that it's time. It might be time. Let me get the exposure. Yeah, that'd be fun. I wonder if there's any like local gaming stores or anything that have like a group you can join. Alright, my light has died. I think it's about time for dinner. So I'm probably going to call it here. Just to review, we inked these today. We inked these today with the little hearts in there. Little anatomical hearts. Whoops. And I am throwing them over here. So it was good. It was good to get those actually done so I can get some pictures and videos taken and actually ship them out, because I'm behind on the Patreon dice. I will be back next weekend. We're going to sand some different Patreon dice that I have made, and we'll be back the week after that to pour some more Patreon dice, because I need to catch up on these. Thanks for hanging out. It's nice being back to streaming. It's been a bit, so hopefully I will catch you guys next weekend as well. Woo! And I've got more plans for videos in the works, so keep an eye out for those soon. I'll see you guys next weekend, probably. Have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.